Kohala La Yahweh Bahasam Yahawasa Bahasumukakudash Barakati Yahweh Barakati Yahawasa Barakati Yahweh Barakati Yahawasa Barakati Yahweh Barakati Yahawasa the water Yahweh Bahasam Yahawasa Bahasumukakudash. Doble honrada a los apóstoles, a los ancianos de Yasharala, Great Millstone, y Shalom a los escogidos. Chequen este video aquí. A ver si pongo subtítulos en español.
This was a very violent attack.
Overnight in Atlanta, a chaotic clash between protesters and police, all on the site of a planned police training facility. Officials say protesters burned construction vehicles and a trailer and set off fireworks toward officers stationed nearby.
This wasn't about a public safety training center. This was about anarchy, and this was about the attempt to destabilize.
Police point to a group of what they call outside agitators, saying they left an event nearby, changed into black clothing, and mounted a coordinated attack on construction equipment and police officers. It's just the latest flashpoint after months of demonstrations against the facility, organized under the slogan Stop Cop City, the planned 85-acre campus just outside of Atlanta. Protesters say they're both concerned about the center's environmental impact and its symbolism as one of the nation's largest law enforcement training centers. Tensions between protesters and police in the city have been at a boiling point for months now, with past demonstrations in January also turning violent and fatal, with one protester killed.
We are very fortunate tonight, and for the quick action of the officers, not only to reposition themselves, but immediately to go back into the woods and start making arrests of the individuals. But criminal activity will not be tolerated in Atlanta, nor tolerated in connection with this project.
And overnight, one of the groups that opposes that facility put out a statement of their own saying that police used, quote, excessive force to break up what they call a family-friendly music festival. Savannah.
All right, Blaine Alexander in Atlanta. Thank you, Blaine.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show.
Que lo que ustedes pueden ver ahí, ok, eso es Isaías 19, ok, porque Antifa, ok, son izquierdistas y los policías de Atlanta son mayormente derechistas, son republicanos. Isaías 19, versículo 1, carga de Egipto. Y revolveré egipcios contra egipcios, y cada uno peleará contra su hermano, cada uno contra su prójimo, ciudad contra ciudad y reino contra reino. Eso es lo que va a hacer Yahweh, va a hacer Él va a causar una guerra civil en Estados Unidos entre republicanos y demócratas, porque los dos lados se tienen odio. Y el espíritu de Egipto se desvanecerá en medio de él y destruiré su consejo. Y preguntarán a sus imágenes, a sus mágicos y a sus pitones y a sus adivinos. Okay. Y ustedes vieron uno de los adivinos ahí, ese tipo que apareció ahí para dar la noticia, que esa mujer que está dando la noticia. Y preguntarán a sus imágenes, la gente van a prender la televisión para ver la noticia, para ver qué es lo que dicen, qué es lo que está pasando. Y entregará a Egipto en manos de señor duro y rey violento se enseñoreará de ellos, dice Yahweh Tzabawat. Va a haber un presidente malísimo, ok. Podría ser Trump, que si Trump gana, ¿qué fue lo que ellos dijeron? Que dijo Trump que él quiere traer de vuelta los guillotines. Ya no quieren ni que ejecutar con inyecciones químicas. Ok, no, ahora quieren mochar de la cabeza a uno. Y las aguas de la mar faltarán y el río se agotará y secará. Se está secando, hay muchos ríos que se están secando en Estados Unidos. y alejaránse los ríos, se agotarán y secarán los corrientes de los fosos, la caña y el carrizo serán cortados. Eso está pasando, ¿ok? Especialmente en el oeste, en California, en varias partes de California, se están secando los lagos, los ríos, y le están diciendo a los ciudadanos que se bañen por 5 minutos y menos. Las verduras de junto al río, de junto a la ribera del río y toda sementera del río se secarán, se perderán y no serán. Los pescadores también se entristecerán y harán duelo todos los que echan anzuelo en el río, y desfallecerán los que extienden red sobre las aguas. Los que labran lino fino y los que tejen redes serán confundidos, porque todas sus redes serán rotas, y se entristecerán todos los que hacen víveros para peces. Porque todas sus redes serán rotas, y se entristecerán todos los que hacen víveros para peces. Eso significa que va a haber poco trabajo. Ciertamente los necios, los príncipes de Sobán, el consejo de los prudentes consejeros de Faraón se ha desvanecido. ¿Cómo diréis a Faraón: yo soy hijo de los sabios e hijo de los reyes antiguos? ¿Dónde están ahora aquellos tus prudentes? Dígante ahora o hágante saber qué es lo que Yahweh Tzaboat ha determinado sobre Egipto. Hanse desvanecido los príncipes de Zoán, se han engañado los príncipes de Nof, engañaron a Egipto las esquinas de sus familias. Y eso está hablando de todo político, senadores, gobernadores, funcionarios que asisten al presidente, que al faraón. Ellos no van a saber qué hacer. Yahweh mezcló espíritu de bajido en medio de él, e hicieron errar a Egipto en toda su obra, como desatina el borracho en su vómito. Estos políticos no sirven para nada. Ellos solo están ahí para aprobar leyes injustas, para empeorar la situación. Y no aprovechará a Egipto cosa que haga la cabeza o la cola, el ramo o el junco. Y no aprovechará a Egipto cosa que haga la cabeza o la cola, el ramo o el junco, que no va a haber trabajo, ¿ok? No va a haber trabajo en Egipto. Va a haber poco trabajo en que pueda ser rico y también el pobre, ¿ok? Cabeza o la cola. Porque el ramo o el junco, que eso representa el ramo representa a que todo no es un negocio pequeño. Y el junco representa las hojas pequeñas de los ramos, ¿ok? Que mantienen estos negocios. Va a haber una recesión peor que la de 1929. aquel día serán los egipcios como mujeres, porque se asombrarán y temerán en la presencia de la mano alta de Yahweh Tezabawat, que él ha de levantar sobre ellos. Van a ver hombres ahí preocupados, gritando como mujeres, desesperados. Y la tierra de Judá será de espanto a Egipto. Todo hombre que de ella se acordará se asombrará, por causa del consejo de Yahweh Tezabawat acordó sobre aquel. Que los negros afroamericanos, van. Ustedes ven los videos de los negros afroamericanos, cómo ellos se portan en los motines y en los alborotos, que se ponen a romper los vidrios de los negocios para robar cosas y a quemar. Okay. Y ahí ustedes pueden ver, esas son todas las cosas que va a pasar. Esas son todas las cosas que van a pasar porque ustedes vieron ese video. Que pronto va a haber una guerra civil y también al mismo tiempo va a haber una guerra mundial. Y Estados Unidos no va a poder, imagínate que tú estés peleando una guerra civil en tu país y que también tú estés peleando una guerra afuera. Estados Unidos va a ser completamente dividido y después va a ser destruido. Lo voy a dejar ahí. Si están escuchando en español, shalom.
This was a very violent attack.
Overnight in Atlanta, a chaotic clash between protesters and police, all on the site of a planned police training facility. Officials say protesters burned construction vehicles and a trailer and set off fireworks toward officers stationed nearby.
This wasn't about a public safety training center. This was about anarchy, and this was about the attempt to destabilize.
Police point to a group of what they call outside agitators, saying they left an event nearby, changed into black clothing, and mounted a coordinated attack on construction equipment and police officers. It's just the latest flashpoint after months of demonstrations against the facility, organized under the slogan Stop Cop City, the planned 85-acre campus just outside of Atlanta. Protesters say they're both concerned about the center's environmental impact and its symbolism as one of the nation's largest law enforcement training centers. Tensions between protesters and police in the city have been at a boiling point for months now, with past demonstrations in January also turning violent and fatal, with one protester killed.
We are very fortunate tonight, and for the quick action of the officers not only to reposition themselves, but immediately to go back into the woods and start making arrests of the individuals. But criminal activity will not be tolerated in Atlanta, nor tolerated in connection with this project.
And overnight, one of the groups that opposes that facility put out a statement of their own saying that police used, quote, excessive force to break up what they call a family-friendly music festival. Savannah.
All right, Blaine Alexander in Atlanta. Thank you, Blaine.
Hey, thanks for watching.
All right. So, you see how divided America is, okay? And that's just basically Isaiah 19 coming to pass. Right, little by little, right? All those Antifa protesters, and that's mostly just Edomites. You don't see no Jake and Antifa like that. You don't see them like that up in Antifa ranks. Isaiah 19 verse 1, the burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And the Most High is coming in those chariots, all right, those so-called UFOs, right? People are going to shit themselves. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? America is spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt mentioned in Revelation. All right, it's also Babylon. And this prophecy is talking about a civil war that's going to happen in the future. And you could see, man, because, you know, these Antifa, they're all leftists. And these cops in Atlanta, all right, you know, they're all mostly right. Right? They're mostly the Democrat and Republicans hate each other, man. You know, there's some shit I've never seen. When I was a kid, when I was living in America, you know, people respected, oh, you voted for Bush, okay, whatever. Or you voted for Clinton, oh, it's all good, you know, we still cool. Hey, but nowadays, oh, you voted for Trump, I hate you, I want to kill you, I want to burn your house down, I hate your kids too. You see, that's that mentality that they got. Oh, you voted for Biden, I hate you, I want to kill you. You know, Americans are all divided, all right? And it's the Most High that's putting that spirit in there. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Right, they're gonna be trying to, you know, get celebrities' opinions. They're gonna try to. People are gonna try to. They're gonna turn to the news. They're gonna turn their TVs. Turn on their TVs and see what the news is saying. What, you know, you had Al Roker that came up in a video. They're gonna be trying to turn to him, see what he got to say. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh the Zabawat. All right, hey, and it looks like Trump might win in 2024. All right, and Trump did say that he wants to bring back the guillotines. All right, that means that they want to just execute people like right away, like no more death row. Like, all right, you get sentenced to death right away. They're not gonna waste any more tax dollars on you. Right? They're basically gonna say, all right, let's get rid of chemical injections and all that other stuff. We're just gonna chop people's heads off. Hey, and if he becomes president, man, hey, that could be Nero right there, man. Which in the spirit we think that's Nero coming back. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of the fence shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. That's happening on the West Coast. All right, a lot of their water levels are at dangerously low levels. Right, they're telling people in California, oh, 5-minute showers, preserve your water and all that. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brook shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. Alright, so, hey, that seafood restaurants, they're going to be struggling. Right, the seafood is going to be scarce. Fish is going to be scarce. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave networks shall be confounded. And they shall be broken in the purposes thereof. All that make sluices and ponds for fish. Those are metaphors for jobs going away. All right. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Right, those senators, those politicians, those representatives, House of Representatives, they won't know what to say, man. Like, they won't have any answers. Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what Yahweh the Zabawat hath purposed upon Egypt. They won't know what the Most High has in store for America, man. Only the prophets know that, all right? Only the prophets and whoever is listening to the prophets knows what's going to happen to America, all right? To spiritual Egypt, to spiritual Sodom, all right, aka Babylon in Revelation. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Naph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. All right, these politicians that have made careers out of lying to people and never fulfilling their promises. All right, they're going to be counted as fools. All right, they're going to be hated. Even these politicians that Jake supports. You know, Jake mostly votes Democrat. All right, so-called Jake. I'm talking about, you know, so-called Native Americans, so-called Africans, African Americans, and so-called Hispanics. All right, who are the Israelites. All right, they mostly vote Democrat. All right, they look forward to these Democrats helping them out. All right, they're the stay of the tribes. Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So these politicians, they've done nothing but make ridiculous laws that have just contributed to the downfall of America. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay, so there's going to be a lack of work. Businesses are going to be closing. All right, so even the head, all right, which represents rich people, and the tail, which represent poor people, are going to have a tough time. A branch or rush, all right, the branch, which are these business owners, and the rush, which are the leaves on the branch. All right, it was a metaphor for, because a branch or a rush cannot work. All right, that's talking about a plant. All right, so this is a metaphor, and this is saying that there's going to be a lack of work that's going to make the 1929 depression look like a walk in the park. In that land shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear, because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh Zabawath, which he shaketh over it. Okay, so they're going to be men that are going to be they're going to be crying out like women. All right, and you know how women get in a moment of panic. All right, no matter how much girl power movies Hollywood want to show you, all right, all you got to do is just look at the Hawaii missile false alarm that happened, I think, in 2019. A whole bunch of videos there of women panicking and looking to their husband, asking their husband, "What are we gonna do, baby? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?" You see, women are not made to be strong in crisis. All right. And women are there to follow a man's lead. All right, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of that in that time. You're gonna be seeing men men just shaking in their boots, man. In verse 17, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of Yahweh to Zabawat, which he hath determined against it. So, what does that mean? That so-called African Americans, so-called Israelites, are gonna be going wild. All right, you already see 2/3 of Jake, how they behave when they protest, or when they riot. Right? They break store windows and they loot. You know, they go crazy. They burn shit. And in that time, man, there's gonna be no law and order. So Jake is really gonna go crazy. They're really gonna run wild, and that's gonna contribute also to civil war. All right, these redneck Edomite militias. they're gonna be targeting Jake. All right, they're gonna be targeting Antifa, but the thing is that a lot of Antifa are white, so they could just change their clothes and switch sides and pretend that they were that they were Republicans the whole time, that they were on the right their whole times. But not Jake, man. Not Hispanics, not black people, not Native Americans, man. They're gonna be targets. All right. Because according to these racist Edomites, all right, these rednecks, all right, so-called black people, Hispanics, Native Americans, Mexicans, etc., are the problem with America. All right, and only the elect is going to be able to get away from that, to escape unscathed from these civil wars that are going to come and hit America. But anyways, ultimately, America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. So it doesn't matter what happens in it before that. It's going to be completely done. All right. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Call halal, la Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, the water, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Abad Babal, Abad Kal Gawuyam, Abad Kal Adawamyam. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.